All right, so I guess I will follow that. The trajectory of the Chiefs, of course, is directly tied to the selection of quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes' decision to come out a year early from Texas Tech certainly changed the franchise's fortunes. Had Mahomes decided to stay one more year in college, who knows where he would have landed. Well, Mahomes ended up in a great situation in Kansas City where he was able to watch what Alex Smith was doing. The consummate pro, Smith's tutelage during Mahomes' rookie season certainly helped speed up the developmental stage of the young signal caller's career. Mahomes effusive in his praise for what Smith did for him that one season.
I learned a ton from Alex Smith. I mean, I attribute a lot of my success, especially so early in my career, to him. I mean, the way he was able to go about being a professional, going out there and having the great year that he had my first year, and just seeing how he went about every single day and how to game plan and how to recognize coverages. And he didn't hold anything back from me. I mean, he taught me that's just the type of person he was and that he is, and I attribute a lot of my success to him.
Mahomes' counterpart, Jimmy Garoppolo, has had to deal with nothing but doubters as he's led the 49ers to the Super Bowl. No matter what he did or how San Francisco won games, Jimmy G just hasn't received the credit for some reason. That's why receiver Emmanuel Sanders has had enough of the criticism of his QB.
Oh, he's a baller. He's a baller. You know, everybody always wants to, compare Jimmy to Peyton Manning, compare Jimmy to Tom Brady. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. The man right now, it's really his first year starting. He done made it to the Super Bowl. You know, give him more time before you start saying this and that about him. Just let him be in the moment. You know, and right now he's in the Super Bowl. He's trying to get his first ring as a starting quarterback in his league, and you know, I pray to God it happens.
Sanders standing up for his guy, and this has been a familiar theme with the 49ers, at least to the run-up to the Super Bowl. We've heard Richard Sherman, Mike McGlinchey, other guys sticking up for their guy, Jimmy G, as all the doubters are out there.
It's a thing. It's definitely a storyline. Thank you so much, Will Selva. I love that I have that Sanders jersey from you, Schrager.
Good-looking jersey.
That I get to rock. I think he might have a pivotal role on Sunday, of course, if they get the pass game going. I also, he's going to be asked about Brady. Of course he is. And I loved hearing that Brady texted him. It was a short, sweet, stay focused, go get it done, finish business text. But I love that Tom Brady on his couch somewhere is like, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo, get this thing done.
See you at the Derby text.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. There's 72 hours of buildup before we even get to the weekend, right? So every media member that is there from a boss or a company or saying, hey, we're going to pay for your flight, we're going to pay for your travel. You got to go down there, get us something. And there's only so many storylines, and the quarterbacks usually are the main ones. So when you look at a stat line that says 8 completions or 8 pass attempts in a Super Bowl, it is certainly something to talk about. And the Niners yesterday seemed like they were almost aghast at all the questions questioning Jimmy G. I'm sorry, there's a lot of media there and a lot of questions to be asked, and that is a story angle. The fact that he is not asked to carry and burden the load through the playoffs.
Does Jimmy care?
He doesn't seem to care.
They're tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Imagine if I was one of his teammates. I'd be like, enough with the Jimmy thing. You know what I mean? It's incredible.
Exactly what Sanders said.
Yeah,
you're right about that. Listen, it's a storyline. Quarterbacks in this day and age are supposed to throw the ball a ton, but that's not how you need to win games if you're the 49ers.
We'll see how it goes on Sunday. Fans of every NFL team can be found this week in Miami. They are the inspiration for Lowe's, the official home improvement sponsor of the NFL, will bring to life an exciting first-of-its-kind, get this, guys, interactive, NFL-themed neighborhood called Lowe's Hometown. It's located in Super Bowl Experience, and it features 32 custom-built dwellings that include the colors and the characteristics of each team's region and fan traditions. They're creating a city, basically,
I like
a
this.
Neighborhood in Miami. Cool. I love this. You can follow the activity on social media using the hashtag Lowe's Hometown. And joining us right now on behalf of Lowe's is one of our favorite guests ever. You can catch him on Game Day Morning right here on Sunday, of course, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Network. No stranger to Super Bowl success. Named the MVP, of course, of Super Bowl 34 and becoming the first player in Super Bowl history to throw for over 400 yards. Let's say good morning football to Hall of Famer Kurt Warner.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Kurt?
What's up, people? How we doing, guys?
Good. It's weird to see you talking about Lowe's and not being behind that workbench with the tools and all the zaniness that happens on game day morning. But let's quickly talk about this matchup on Sunday. It is a player's dream to make it to the Super Bowl, as we all know. Take me back to your Super Bowl experience and what you remember most just leading up to the game.
Man, so many different things. I mean, so many things that you remember. I remember the first time I came to the Super Bowl and really wasn't prepared for all the media and what the Super Bowl had become. And I remember getting to the game and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so worn out from everything that happened all week that I just want to play this game and get it over with, which is never what you want at Super Bowl time. So fortunate to be able to come back a couple times after that. And I think you just have to embrace it. That's what Super Bowl is all about. Understand that you're one of the two teams left, that everybody wants to watch you play. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to tell your story. And I think when you embrace that, you really get a chance to enjoy the week.
Kurt, I had a factoid that I tweeted out earlier this week that there's only 3 quarterbacks in NFL history to win an MVP award and go to the Super Bowl in their first 3 years. It's Dan Marino, it's Patrick Mahomes, and it's Kurt Warner. Mahomes is in some rare territory right now, and he's joining you in that club, but he's still a game away from winning the Super Bowl. What do you make of Mahomes, his meteoric rise, and as someone who studies quarterbacks as closely as you do, what makes Patrick Mahomes so special and so much of a difference maker than the other quarterbacks in the league?
Well, first of all, Shregs, I appreciate you keeping me relevant. You do a great job of that. But what makes Patrick Mahomes special? I mean, there's so many different things. I think what we understand is physically, he's a rare being. He's one of the most physically talented quarterbacks we've ever seen in this league. He's had great success early. But the biggest thing to me when I watch quarterback play, it's the ability to create different kinds of throws when you're playing a football game. And not everybody has that ability. A lot of guys, you put a play up on the board and they understand how it's supposed to work and they can make that kind of throw. The thing with Patrick Mahomes is he sees so much more than that. He sees what the defense does. He's creative with his ability to play the quarterback position, and that's why he's must-watch TV. Every single time he comes on, everybody is glued to the TV going, okay, what is he going to do this time? And he comes back from 24 down. He comes back from 10 down. It doesn't matter what happens in the Super Bowl. They can fall behind. Everybody is going to be locked into the TV set going, okay, anything can happen when this guy's behind center.
TV. And meanwhile, there's a quarterback in the other team who is 23-5 as a starter named Jimmy Garoppolo. It's only Tuesday, Kurt. I'm already sick of the storyline of can they count on Jimmy? Does Jimmy have big game ability? As a guy who had an unconventional path to getting your big shot on the Super Bowl stage, do you empathize with him? And what does Jimmy Garoppolo have to prove this Sunday?
I mean, I think you always empathize with him because you want to say, hey, dude's in the Super Bowl. Obviously, he's done enough because you don't get to the Super Bowl in this NFL without your quarterback playing at an extremely high level. But the other side of that, you know, when we talk about, you know, the storylines that develop throughout the week, I also think it's a great opportunity. That's what everybody's talking about all week. Jimmy's going to be on a great platform in a great spot to be able to prove everybody wrong when they've had all these questions and answer that on the biggest stage. And so it's going to build up, and yeah, he's going to be tired of hearing it, but it's going to be a great way for him to go out and maybe make a huge statement on Sunday when he answers that call and leads his team to a Super Bowl championship.
Kurt, you were enshrined in Canton back in 2017, but 2 of your greatest show on turf teammates will find out at NFL Honors on Saturday if they will be joining you. What would it mean if Torry, Holt, Issac, Bruce make it into the Hall of Fame with you?
Well, I tell you what, Nate, you know, I still believe that was the greatest offense the NFL has ever seen, what we put together there. And Orlando's in, Marshall's in. Fortunately, I was able to get in. But now we got those 2 guys on the outside that really made things go in the passing game in Issac and Torry. And, you know, sometimes I feel like they don't get their just due because they were on the same team. And, you know, one takes a little bit of the spotlight from the other one, especially at this time of year. So my hope is that at least one of those guys joins us in Canton this year. I believe both of them will be in. You know, both are special players, both are Hall of Fame players. It's just a matter of going through the process, but I'm hoping this is the year that one of their names gets called and we get a chance to go celebrate in Canton, knowing that we're going to have another shot at that down the road. If they could go in together, that would be perfect.
Gotta get that knock on the door on Saturday. We're hoping for it, Kurt. You're joining us there from the Super Bowl experience in Miami. Very cool scene at the Lowe's hometown down there. All 32 teams all represented. So what can fans expect, and what can we expect when we go check it out?
Well, I tell you what, you guys are going to get a chance to see it, but it is so cool. There are so many great, viewing stations that they've set up. Kind of trying to encourage people at home to bring that big game home. Not everybody like us is going to be able to enjoy it here in Miami, so sometimes their greatest Super Bowl memories are watching it at home or watching their team. And you see they got some, they got the Dolphins set up here with kind of a Miami house. They got the Wolf Cave back here with the barbecue for the Chiefs. I mean, they got a Vikings, ship. They've got the Mardi Gras represented for New Orleans, so all the teams are represented. And the bottom line is, hey, for those that are going to be watching it at home, create your own cool personal space. Lowe's got all kinds of gear from, NFL logo gear. So go to Lowe's.com/NFL. You can find all of that stuff, but it's really just bring it home. And if you come down here to Miami and you get a chance to take a picture in front of your favorite location, you can tweet that, put it on social media at Lowe's Hometown. But when you guys get here, you're going to have to check it out. And your favorite team, your teams are represented extremely well here. So you got to take a picture with some of those teams that you play for.
That's awesome stuff, man.
We'll head over there, and I can't let this keeping you relevant thing slide with Peter Schrager. Come on, Kurt, you're in a commercial.
Curse the man.
Kurt, you're in a commercial for Lowe's. You're all over the place.
He's in a whole bunch
You got a lazy river in your living room.
He's the Baker Mayfield of Hall of
You're
Fame.
Kurt Warner.
All the commercials.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate it. Mooch is probably going to take down some more records of mine, but it's all about keeping us relevant when we've been playing or been out of the game for so long. So I appreciate you guys. Can't wait to see you guys this week.
We love you. We'll see you down there in Miami. Very excited about that. That looks awesome.
Really does.
The best week for fans ever.